Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. So I don't know how much of the podcast you caught, but we talking about police and immunity, man. Police and immunity. How you feeling about Trump giving them full immunity when he get in office?
Well, so it would depend on the way it was done, being that it would be federal immunity from lawsuits. It could extend further, but I think that it would be a misstep in the wrong direction for police officers. Let me start off with saying I respect the police, I appreciate the police, and I get why policing is very necessary in any community. I don't believe us Democrats have ever wanted to completely destabilize the police. If anything, we wanted funding to
You
be appropriated in the right direction for policing.
you said
Um,
you said us Democrats.
us Democrats, correct?
So
Yes,
you are going on record as a Democrat.
a proud Democrat.
I'm speaking to a Democrat. Okay, let's get it. Keep going, bro.
And so I feel as if we have, of course, wanted to direct funding to proper training for police officers because I believe that training for a police officer may need to be more extensive than training for a cosmetologist or training for a food service worker. So I feel
Damn.
like police officers should be treated with more respect because I feel like you can't give people this much power but not give them the same amount of appreciation to teach them how to maintain that power,
Mm.
especially with the amount of stress and the full extent of the job that they have. So I believe that that was one of the focus of Democrats, and at the same time, I believe that immunity would be a misstep in the direction of giving them too much power without enough credentials at the same time, or not enough training at the same time. That's what I believe.
Nah, that's hey, you said that perfect. So as of now, you feel like what needs to be trained is more extensive train. What needs to be changed is more extensive training.
I mean, listen, people make mistakes. It's a stressful job. I would never act like I'm a police officer. I've been through it. Like I know, like I'm not a police officer, so I can't
Mm,
speak on what they do or how stressful, how hard the job may be. And I commend anyone who's going to basically be paid to protect and serve. But
mm,
that's what you're paid to do, is to protect and serve. So
mm,
unfortunately, every day won't be easy. Unfortunately, some days you will be overworked and underpaid. That's most positions in the United States. But that is the job that you signed up for.
mm,
So while there is room for error, we don't have room for taking lives of, American citizens that did not do anything illegal. We don't have time for missteps that actively make things worse in communities. We don't have time for the continued of mistrust between community and police officers. So I believe
mm.
that while immunity is an awful thing to give them, police officers should feel protected and backed. We shouldn't extend ourselves that much. I believe that can be catastrophic
Mm. So do
because
you?
it would not only would it affect the federal level.
Yeah.
Um, the map that I saw on election night told me that it would affect the local level because the local level would follow the executive level, and that executive level will already be a detriment, and that local level just make things worse, in my opinion.
Mm. So okay. So you feel like so what about places like Chicago where they hitting police with switches and that type of things and they killing at a high crime rate? Like, do you think you don't think police need to be given more power over there?
I think sometimes people bring up these one-off situations like Chicago or more aggressive
Mm,
situations in cities like Jackson, Mississippi, to
yeah.
try to offset the overall point of the message. But
Okay.
we we have some cities that are more dangerous and more hectic than others. We have cities that are more peaceful and
Yeah.
is more content than others. I think that yeah, maybe there should be a different direction that we have, but I'm not going to say let's go ahead and send in officers and tell them to kill everybody in Chicago or anybody that got a gun in Chicago to make it happen. I'm not that, radical. I'm not radical enough to say, well, you know what, there's one bad apple, so let me go ahead and give the full every apple full immunity, or every police officer full immunity to take control of every apple. I don't think so, and I don't think the founders would have supported that, and I don't think that's what the Constitution supports. I believe that again, police officers should be protected, but even in a one-off situation like Chicago, the answer to violence isn't more violence. I just don't think that's the solution.
The answer to violence is not more violence unless you're in the army and
Well, listen,
America.
those are terrorists that we're fighting at that point. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Our
Uh,
our citizens in America are not terrorists.
a young man with a switch that's shooting at his op, even though he with his mom and kids, is not a terrorist.
I believe that he's a miseducated young man. I believe he's a young man that did not follow the path that he should have. And I believe he's still an American citizen that is simply
Mm,
breaking the law. He's breaking American law, but he is not an active terrorist against America. I don't think so. No.
mm. He not a
Even
terrorist in his community.
he's not a terrorist against the government enough for the government to receive federal immunity.
Mm,
How the community perceives him may be one way, but the federal government does not then have the right to do whatever they want him and receive immunity from what they do. I don't agree with that.
okay, I feel you. So, all right, we know it seemed like the better the neighborhood, the less police be there. What what do you think we should focus more on like better education, putting more money into that type of stuff versus adding more police to what they perceive to be more crime infested neighborhoods?
And statistically, it's been proven that more police does not actually help crime go down. They've seen in places like New York where they've specifically taken data and they've done studies and shown that increasing the volume of police does actually not decrease crime, and sometimes it gives the opposite effect. Um,
Mm,
and of course, when you think about it, you think, okay, well, if there's more police, obviously crime will go down. Or if there's more police, people feel safer. The appearance to some may be safer, but the actual statistics show otherwise as far as the rate of crime when it's more police officers in one area. Um, what I think needs to happen in the black community is a lot of things, but I don't think it's an overnight solution.
mm,
Unfortunately, I think because it's been so many years of the same oppressive behavior from the government as well as police officers, that we have become stagnant in our growth. And so the black community is stagnant in many areas. So it wouldn't just be a solution like more education. It's just not that easy anymore, unfortunately. And even just community involvement, it's just not that easy. So many different things need to happen to fix it. But listen, I believe that the black community still has a chance. I believe that we're very special people, and I don't think we deserve to be any more oppressed by the police than we have. And statistically, again, which we're speaking off of facts, the person or the group that will be affected most by these policies would be black people or minority communities
with the full immunity. So
with the full immunity.
you feel like the police oppress black people?
I feel like there are police officers that take these positions of power and misuse their power. I do. Not all, not
Mm,
all. And they're not all white. There's a lot of black men that use that power, black women, anybody use that power negatively as well.
mm.
But yeah, there's some that do that purposely.
Some, okay. Okay, some.
We just saw in Mississippi where they had, pretty much raped those two black men and sexually assaulted them and tied them up and all type of crazy things, crazy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard it was like some type of gang or something. Not the black men, but the police were like in a gang they had inside of
Yeah,
the
and
police department.
that was the white ones, and then there was another black group from Memphis that did something similar. And so we see
Mm.
these hidden agendas by police officers that portray themselves as one way publicly, but that are doing completely heinous things privately. So yeah, it's some real bad ones out there.
Do you think the news sensationalized white cops killing black people?
I think the news sensationalizes everything. I think
Okay.
that's the job of the news. So, but that doesn't take away from what they're doing. Just
Mm.
because the news may go extra hard on this topic because they know they're gonna get more clicks and views. That doesn't take away from what the cops are doing any more or less. It's still the same fact. They still kill the same black man, black woman, black child.
Do you think white cops kill white people?
Yes, I do. I believe that again, the problem is training and hate and racism. Um,
Mm.
there cops are human. There room for error. However, there shouldn't be this much error.
So you feel like they make a lot of error. You don't
I
think
feel
that?
like
So
go ahead.
because to me, I'm not saying police ain't out here killing unarmed black men,
They
but
are.
they definitely are. But I don't think it's at the point of where we act like you said though. Like out of all the stops we get, like I don't think it's just something that's just overly happening. I think they use it for political gain when they want to. The Democrats. How you feeling about that?
I I think that it could be looked at. Well, this is the thing.
Okay.
One is too many for me. One is too many. One
One
is
is
too
too
many.
many, bet.
One is too many.
Bet.
Right? One unarmed black man being killed wrongfully is too many. Right? These aren't one-off situations. There is a mass amount of people that are killed by police officers every year. Now, you may say, well, what about the black on black crime? And what about this? And what about that? What about black people? I think that that is used to change the subject on what police officers are doing because only one entity is paid to protect and serve. And it's not little JoJo across the corner that got in a dispute with John and shot John, and now that's a black on black crime. No, JoJo wasn't paid to protect and serve. JoJo didn't go to policing school to be a police officer for the community.
Why JoJo
JoJo
got a gun though? What is JoJo got going on?
JoJo is an American citizen and he has a Second Amendment right, just like John does, or just like Jennifer, a white lady, does. So JoJo has a Second Amendment right to have his gun just like anybody else. Now JoJo may have committed a crime with his, and that's why he should go to the judicial review and get charged and prosecuted in the proper way, not be killed by the
So
police
you
with these
you
police
feel
commissioners.
like
Go ahead.
so you feeling like JoJo can out here and just take a life, and it's look, we're
He
gonna we're
can.
gonna we're gonna wait on JoJo. We're gonna see what's going on. But if old Billy Bob out here, you know, slip up
Yeah.
and pop JoJo, it's a march. It's a whole
Lock Billy
thing.
Bob up. Lock Billy Bob, country, bumpkin, stuff up. Because
Why? Why?
Billy Bob should not be getting paid to kill citizens like JoJo. JoJo has the right to break the law. That's just what it is.
What?
Let me say that again.
What?
Let me say it again.
Okay.
JoJo has the right
Put
as
on.
an American citizen to one own a gun and one break the law with it. The law has the right to then prosecute and penalize JoJo. But Billy Bob does not have the same right. It does not work like that.
Have you ever been around the JoJos?
I've seen some
You know
JoJos.
what I'm saying? JoJo's make you feel a little uncomfortable sometimes. But like, okay, what I'm saying is, okay, I'm glad you brought up the black on black crime. I grew up in a small town called Mars Point, bro. A lot of drug
My from
dealing.
Mississippi.
Lot of drug dealing, bro. Lot of drug dealing. Everybody's trying to sell drugs, bro. I don't know how it is now. But when I was young, everybody's trying to sell drugs, right?
Right.
And I felt like the police was against me. But it's like, why am I doing illegal shit? Like what type of mindset I got to be selling drugs and mad at the police looking at me like I'm a drug dealer? What's wrong with me, bro? Like I think a lot of black people do that. Like we get into the habit of this and then we just automatically look at police like they wrong. Like, man, I'm just trying to feed my family. We are no longer in the days where you really just need to sell drugs, bro. Like crime crime. I mean, I credit card scamming and all that. That's a different thing. It's non-violent. He probably messing up people's homes and lives though. But like today, I feel like most people, not most people, but a lot of people choose to be criminals and they don't have to be.
I agree. I think that but there's a percentage of people that are doing legal activities in black communities, white communities, Hispanic communities that simply don't have to. They're doing it just because they see it as a quicker, easier means to make quicker, easier money.
Mm,
That's all it is simply. I don't think it's any more or less. I think that there are situations where communities are so marginalized that they do think that's the best thing for them, so they don't have to work at a 725 job or a 1025 job. So, I mean, that's just unfortunately the reality of what it is. People do illegal things to make quick money. That's kind of life. And I mean, I'm not gonna put that on the black community as if they're the only ones doing that. When there are these meth addicts and meth sellers everywhere, and all type of cocaine drugs and cocaine sellers. So I'm not going to just downplay the black community for selling, weed, versus these other communities that are selling worse things. It's all the same in my eyes.
mm. I like what you said because weed is like becoming legal in certain
And
states.
it's
But
disrespectful to have charged and tried all these black men, and it has disproportionately affected black men,
yeah,
statistically supported. And so to then say, well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and make money off of this billion-trillion-dollar industry, but still keep the same black men that were
but
selling this
why was
prison.
we selling weed though, bro? They didn't say, "Hey, go sell weed so we can lock y'all up." We chose to do that. Why did we start selling weed? Why did we do that?
We started selling weed because it was a quick means of income. It was a easy drug to get our hands on,
Hmm.
and it was one that was honestly not too detrimental to a lot of communities, in my opinion.
But it's
As
illegal, bro. It's illegal.
it's illegal, and so listen. They
You
all
if you
are
gonna
doing
take
something illegal.
if you take the risk, bro, you that's what it is. Like if you selling weed and you get caught, bro, that's your fault, bro. That's you tripping.
I mean, hey, it is illegal. If they get caught with it, that's on them. I just think that it's hypocritical of the United States government to
Mm,
have so many black men arrested for, but then making so much money off of the same thing that they arrested these black men for.
mm.
I think that's very hypocritical. I do.
I heard Trump help some people get out of jail though. I don't know what he did, but I done heard a
Oh
couple
God.
people say Trump is the
Oh
reason I'm
God.
out of jail right now because he did
Oh God.
something with something, bro. I don't know, but he did something. And
Did they mention the First Step Act?
maybe that's
Is
what it
that what
was. Yeah. I'm thinking that's what it was. They say Trump was getting black men out of jail.
Trump wasn't doing nothing for them. And it's
Mm,
so unfortunate that so many people are uneducated as it relates to Trump, being that he loves to be in the spotlight and be the center of attention. I
mm,
think that people attribute so many good things to him when he's such a negative person and such a negative entity for the United States of America. Trump has always focused on one specific group of people, and that is white men. He has
mm.
platformed white men in every sense he could, and everything that he does is to benefit white men. There's sometimes he might, have a little, Indian man, a little black man around him every once in a while, but his ultimate goal is to ascend white men and keep them in power. That is all that is. That's all he is.
And you feel like the Democrats are here to help the black man.
I think that the Democrats are better for black people than Republicans. And I
Okay.
think that the Democrats have had a platform that highlights minorities more than Republicans. And as we know, it's a two-party system. So out of the two parties that I am given to go off of, the Democrats are better in every market. The Democrats are better.
And you are
I do.
a black man, right?
I'm a black man, correct.
Definitely a black. I mean, I know you're a black man. I just wanted you to say it for the people. So, okay, you are a Democratic black man. How long have you been a Democrat?
Well, currently I'm the age of 25. My birthday is in a couple of days, and so I have been a Democrat more than likely since I was 16. Kind of starting in politics, understanding what was going on. And interesting enough, he first ran when I was a senior high school in 2016, and I went to Oak Grove High School, a predominantly white school, public school,
Mm,
and it changed those kids. it was so strange to see it, but I remember it was our first day of school for our senior year, and
Yeah,
Trump was running,
yeah,
and they had Trump flags going throughout the hallways and going on like the cars we do like the senior drive by, and it was
yeah.
so disgusting,
So
and
you
it was like
offended? You offended by Trump flags?
I'm offended that people embrace a man that was so emboldened in racism and that kept saying racist rhetoric.
What did he
And
say? What did he say that was racist? Like I've been trying to find it. I heard him say some crazy shit, but what did he actually say that was right? Actually say that was racist?
well, let me say this, and then I'll
Okay,
touch on
say
Trump's
my
racist
bad.
pet.
Yeah.
And no, you're good. When they went through the halls with those flags, there was one white boy, and I can remember his face. I can't remember his name. I remember his face.
Hmm.
And he actually got in trouble because it was found that he had posted something on social media, calling us niggers, calling the black kids
Mm,
niggers on the first 2 days of school or the first day one, and it was
dang.
one of the main ones running with that flag.
So
And
you
to me,
associate racism with Trump?
I think racists associate racism with Trump. I
Yeah,
don't have to call Trump a racist. The racists
they
are
love
calling Trump
they
a
love
racist.
Trump, bro. What I don't know what it is about Trump, but racist people do feel empowered by Trump for some
You
reason.
don't know what it is. You
I
don't
don't
know
know
what it
what it
is about him.
is, bro. I can't put my finger on it because I seen a lot of black people supporting him this time around.
Well, that's like chickens for KFC, chickens for Popeyes. Black people are not a monolith. We're not a cult. We all don't have to agree with the same thing.
Mm,
So if there is a minority of black people that support Trump and that's their business, I do believe they're uneducated to a certain
mm,
extent, or that they don't care about themselves to a certain extent. But any black person supporting Trump is not one that I need to be around because we just don't, I don't think that's something we can get around with. Now, Trump has had a long history of racism. It goes back to him and his daddy when they first or owned those apartments. And you had black tenants that were being refused to have to be tenants. And the actual DOJ had to sue Trump and his daddy and say what
mm,
y'all are doing is illegal to not allow these black people to rent as tenants here. So
mm.
that's one
I
of the
done
first
heard
things.
people say that. Maybe Trump did. Maybe Trump was just, being Trump white, bro. He a rich white dude. You gotta think like he probably ain't, he ain't know. He
He
probably
didn't know
was
what.
taught that. Cause I saw him kicking it with rappers. I was introduced to Trump by Snoop Dogg and stuff. Like he was like kicking it with rappers and stuff. When I met
Right. And so if
Trump.
I was a racist and I wanted to get away with being racist, I would have a couple of black people around me. So when y'all called me racist, I'd say, well, I'm not racist. I got black friends. I got black rich friends. And so I
Damn,
believe that's what he's done. He has hung
damn.
around the right people. So in situations like these, we can easily say, oh, well, he's not racist because of this, even though he has policies directly aiming at the black community. He directly refused to let black people say his property. I don't know what's more racist than that.
Damn, bro. That is racist, bro. I'm not here to defend racism. Um,
You sure?
I'm not, bro. I'm just trying to make sure. Cause I feel like we be running out sometimes with racism, bro. I think sometimes
Well,
like
I
white
think the racists be
we
running out with racism. I think they're the ones running out.
probably, bro. But I'm saying I think a lot of times we be so ready to say something racist when it just be not racist.
Okay.
Like I think we need to recheck, do like a realignment with racism. You know what I'm saying? If a white person be like, I don't like this about this, it might just be a true dislike versus racism. But since you white and saying it, I'm gonna take it as you being racist. Like I feel like that happened a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's your subjective opinion. I respect it.
Yeah, and and it's not. I'm not here to defend white people, but I'm just here. I'm here to say black people. We gotta hold ourselves more accountable sometimes too. Though, like, yeah, yeah, the police probably don't fuck with us on on a lot of levels. But we gotta stop doing so much crime, bro. Like, why is we out here so entrenched in crime. Like
I just don't think that.
our biggest rappers promote crime. When I
And
buy a
what does
gun, I'm not buying a gun because I think a white man is finna break in my house, bro. Or when I was young and had guns and stuff, I wasn't thinking about shooting white people, bro.
well, it don't matter what my reason is for buying my gun. It's my
I'm
Second Amendment
saying,
right
I'm saying,
as an
I'm
American
saying
citizen.
it's something going on though. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying? Like it's
what I'm
something
not
going
gonna
on.
do, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna play the black community for doing something that every other community has the right to do. Now we don't talk about little Susie when she take a
Mm,
gun to school and shoot everybody up, or little Joey when he took a
mm,
gun to school. But we want to come at the black people for owning guns, and I don't think that's appropriate. All right, listen,
mm.
people do illegal acts with guns. I'm not going to penalize black community for doing something that everybody else is doing. I just can't do that. Now, as it relates to gang culture and music,
Mm-hmm.
that's just been going on since the '90s, and unfortunately, that's just what's popular. I can't change
Who
what's popular. People
who
subscribe to
made
that.
it popular, bro? Why are we buying into gangsterism? Why we
It
buy
just
into
sounds.
that so
It
much?
seems cool. It sounds cool. It sounds like the better way of life is quick money, easy money,
So
more sex.
we can't hold ourselves accountable for being on it.
What do you mean?
Like we can't speak against that too, just as much as we speak against police brutality. We can't speak
Hey,
on
you speaking against it right now?
shit. It feel like y'all about to damn near call me a sellout. Like it be feeling
Listen,
like
I ain't got
it
there
be
yet. I
like
ain't got
damn
there yet.
niggas can't say niggas need to stop doing certain shit too. Like we perfect. Like it's crazy to me. Like
I get what you're saying, and I understand. I understand that the black community needs to be held accountable to a certain extent, but when the topic is about police immunity,
mm,
I will not then put in topics about the black community, but where we're
I think
wrong
it
at,
go hand in
about
hand
I'll
though.
say it.
I
I don't
think
think
it
it
go
does.
hand in hand. I think that the image of the black man is not being controlled by the black man, and we need to take back control of our image.
Well, listen. Black men,
Mm-hmm.
we have to do better, but we have to know what we want, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to understand that unfortunately we are a minority and we don't have as much power as we should. As far as taking back our own image,
Yeah,
it's possible, but again, we're not a cult, so we can't control everyone in our community. I don't think it's right for us to be subjected to have an opinion based off of what the action of a one black man or two black men, or however black men are doing it. We don't do that to white people. When you look at the comment section of a situation with a black person that's bad, the comments gonna say, "Oh, generation cook, black community cook, we done, black community so effed up, all this stuff." When there's a white person that could have ate his entire family, no comment is saying the white community cook, the white community
nah,
down.
we do that though. We
Black
do be
people,
like if you hear somebody done did a certain type of crime, you already in your mind be like, nah, that probably was a white person, or you be like, oh, that probably
that's
was a
so
black
much
person.
different. That's so much
Mm.
different than generalizing an entire community and saying they're cooked and done, and that we might as well put an end to it because black
But
community
we
ain't doing no better.
generalize each other too. We do not.
That's my
We
thing.
generalize white people. Like we do that too. We
I think it's
generalize.
different. I think
It is. It's different. It's
it's
definitely
more
different
aggressive. It's
when it
more aggressive
comes.
against black people.
Yeah, because we ain't got the power that we not in the positions of like how they are to like hurt us
Mm-hmm.
for our general.
Position of power.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I don't like in my community where I see a young black boy get killed by the police, and that same black boy done killed people in his neighborhood, but nobody had the outrage for that.
You don't know what we did to JoJo. You don't know what
Nah,
outrage
I done
we had.
seen it. I done seen it firsthand, bro. I done seen it
Okay,
firsthand.
well that's your first-hand account. I'll take that into consideration. Again, one is paid to protect and serve, the other is not. That's it.
Bro,
It's just
that still don't make it right for JoJo to be
I'm
out
not
here
saying to make
wilding
it
out.
right. I'm not saying to make it right, but
Who
what I
you
am
think?
saying
Who
is
you think JoJo is encountering when he wild out? Who you think encounters JoJo when he wilding out?
the black community,
And who else though? Who coming to stop JoJo?
the police officers.
So how they don't go hand in hand?
It doesn't go hand in hand in the sense that what JoJo is doing is working for the federal government, working as for the police. JoJo is a free agent that can do what he would like to do as his right. If he's doing
If
something illegal, if JoJo is doing something illegal,
mm-hmm.
he has a right to due process and he should go through the legal system. He should
Yeah.
not have an early meeting with God or whoever he's gonna be meeting. He shouldn't have an early meeting with them just because he has done something illegal. That's just what it is.
So okay, I'm a police officer. I'm going to the east side of whatever. And on the east side, JoJo and his crew, they doing shit, bro. We always on it. Somebody done popped up dead over here, over there, somebody, and they got the nerve to feel like I'm a threat when I come in the community. I'm not
Okay.
finna be out like as me as a person, like it no longer is like, okay, it's gonna be hard for me to see JoJo them as lost young black brothers when I already know JoJo got bodies, but we can't prove it. Like that's hard. Like as a like no matter how much you train, you don't want to die.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. I'm not saying that that just because somebody commit a crime they deserve to die. I'm not saying that. I'm saying anybody can say, well, they got training, but that's man, you trained like you work at a job, they tell you the customer always right, but that shit ain't true. Like it's just not true. So it's like add guns and weed and bad behaviors and somebody tussling with you, or you just, I don't know how people be feeling, but I think we gotta take some accountability too when it comes to our communities. Not just JoJo ain't been trained. Like, what the fuck? What was your parents for, bro? You need some house training, JoJo. You need to stop doing this. But maybe his parents went up for him. Now he lost in the system. I don't know. But I still feel like we hold some accountability.
Okay. Well, hold your accountability all day and night. I'll support it.
Mm.
I'll support getting JoJo the help he needs. If that's taking out the streets, take him out the streets. I'll support whatever community activism that you want to do, whatever public platform you want to do. I support all that. Again, what I would not support is immunity for police officers to do whatever the hell they want to people. That's what I won't support. I won't support that.
Have you looked into what it means?
The immunity?
Like when Trump said it, he was saying it like it was gonna be a case by case basis.
First of
I don't
all,
know if he
Trump
was.
no.
That's what he said.
What he said he's made several statements regarding it, right?
Yeah, I just saw one. I only saw one.
He made one statement at the NABJ where they asked him about Sonya Massey, the black woman that
I think that's the one I saw. He was sitting down with a black woman.
He was sitting down with a black woman, and they asked him about it. And if he moved his goalpost, if you listen to him, he said what he needed to say to evade that moment. Ain't
that what all politicians do? Ain't that the way?
Not a politician. Well, he said he's not a politician. So no,
he a politician today. In 2024, okay. Trump definitely a politician now. He done learned.
He's a politician, but that's what I'm just saying. What the man said. If we're going off his word, right?
Okay, we're going off his word. Okay, he talking like a politician, but he ain't a politician.
That's what. Hey, he's a liar. We know that. But what he moved his goalpost, and while he did say case by case in another conversation, he did not say case by case basis, and he barely said it then. He barely said it.
He barely said it. It's crazy.
So I don't think so. I'm not gonna support that, and I'm not gonna support the whole. Well, he said it's gonna be case by case, and no. We've seen him try to deflect and downplay his aggressive policies in the past, and I believe he's going to be just as aggressive as it sounds. Police immunity. A full stop.
Full immunity do sound crazy as hell. I don't know.
And when you add that to the stop and frisk, and when you add that with the stop and frisk policies that he also advocated for,
who did that though? Who did that, bro?
Who did what?
Who started the stop and frisk? Who did that?
I'm talking about who's talking about implementing it in 2024.
I'm saying though, who did it though? I just need you to say it for me one time. Who did it?
I'm not sure you want me. I'm not sure what you want me to
That's
say.
crazy. All right, keep going.
But I'm talking about what is now, not what was then. Tell me what is now. And what I'm telling you what is now is Donald Trump in 2024 ran on stop and frisk policies. And when you add that plus the police immunity, that's a disaster for black people.
If I stop and frisk you and you have weed on you, is that me being racist? Are you not even weed? Weed damn illegal. If I stop you and you got some illegal drugs on you, is that me being racist?
Yes, it's racist.
Why? You had the drugs.
Did you go stop meth head Melanie and go get what she had on her? Are you only stopping the black people? Because as we see statistically, black people are disproportionately affected by stop and frisk policies. So no, when you go stop cocaine Cody that's slinging and selling, the white man, and Methany Melanie, then come talk to me. But don't just stop me as a black man and frisk me, and I may got a little something on me. It ain't even mine. So you're stopping
that's
me.
Crazy. That's what you be saying. It ain't mine.
I've never been in that situation. But what I am saying is we see that this directly affects black people more than other communities. So no, I don't support that.
But did he put the drugs in your pocket for him to?
That's my business, honestly. That's my business.
Illegal drugs is your business. It's crazy.
That's my business. I have the right to have that illegal drug on me. You don't have the right to stop and frisk me. Yeah, exactly.
What? Why? Oh, you saying like for no probable cause? That's what you mean?
Exactly.
What if he smelled the aroma?
He didn't smell it.
What is probable cause though? I don't even know how far probable cause goes.
You said it wasn't weed. You said it wasn't weed. So I don't know. You said it wasn't weed.
I don't know if you can smell cocaine and shit.
I don't believe you can. So exactly. So that's your point gone right there. Your point gone.
I'm just saying. I'm saying your people brought that up though. Your people did that. Your people.
Well, let's just say he did smell. That's a different situation than just stopping a black man on the street for being a black man. That's different.
I get it though. I think they do target us. We definitely get targeted.
I mean, history would say they target us.
They definitely target us. I don't know, bro. I don't know the answers to this. I just think it gotta work on both ends though. Like we gotta be better citizens. They gotta be better cops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I mess with it though. You have defended yourself well with your first time being on here. I think the chat like you. They was commenting while you was talking.
What were they saying?
They said shout out to JoJo. They
said JoJo King, yeah.
They said good job fleshing out the definition of terrorist. Someone was talking about terrorists. They said you explained that well. Some people was just laughing, and they said agree funding appropriated in the right direction. I guess when we was talking about where they should put the money at and stuff. But yeah, I think you did good, bro. I hope you call in more. Cause I want to talk about this the tariffs. That gotta be a topic. Cause I've been doing my research. And I think y'all being dramatic about the tariffs, bro. I think the Democrats being dramatic as hell right now. Cause eventually okay. We'll quick 6-minute run introduction to it. Cause they saying, so from what I'm understanding from my research is yes, tariffs are gonna make shit higher, but it's gonna make American made goods go down. And that may take a while though. That may take a while because a lot of companies use labor outside of the country. But he's trying to make the labor come back to the country, which will create more jobs for people in this country. So it sounds like he's just trying to cheer for the home team. Why is we out here depending on so many other people when we can't go to their neighborhood and sell shit. That's what I heard. I heard that they taxing us though if we try to sell to their people, but we over here all cool with it. Like what's going on?
So to be fair, the idea sounds good, right? When you word it the way you word it, it sounded real good, brother. You know, oh well, no, it's America first, and we're gonna put it back to the America. We're gonna create America first, man. That's all bullshit. What I know is this, in its basic economy, a tariff is a direct tax on that country. That is that direct tax on the consumer. That's how it fluctuates.
It don't have to
Taxes
be. It don't have to be.
that is the only way it will happen. As China, Canada, and Mexico has already stated, that's the way it will be in response to what Trump is threatening against them,
Well,
a
they
25% on tax. That tax will then
yeah.
directly go on the consumer. Now
So
you said
okay,
so.
keep
Hold
going.
on. You
Yeah, keep
said
going.
let's just bring it to America.
Bring it back
That
to the home
sounds
team, bro.
good.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
yeah,
But let me finish with the tariffs first. So first, that's going to increase costs, right? So you lose there. Then you're going to make those goods here. The
yeah.
cost will skyrocket.
Why
The
will it
same thing that I
skyrocket?
make, the same thing I make in China for a penny will cost $10 to make in America. That's just an example. And so when you make it in America, the cost of production is more, the cost to
So
distribute is more, the
we
cost of
out
running.
we out hitting licks on the other countries. That's what we doing.
We are better off than where we are now than where we would
But
be
it's
under
still
Trump
inflated,
administration.
bro. We still inflated right now. Shit high as
Inflation
fuck
right
right
now
now.
is at three. Inflation right now is around 3% or less. That is very good. That is almost pre-pandemic stability.
So why the
The
house market so fucked up and stuff?
the
Why wood
housing
so high?
market,
Why
the
wood so
housing
high?
market, the housing market, as well as groceries, are not set by the federal government.
Mm,
Unfortunately, what we experienced was global inflation.
global.
America did better than its counterparts under Biden versus
Mm,
the inflation. So
okay.
what you see is the effects of COVID still being seen today. Things don't work itself out in a year. It takes years, unfortunately. So with the lack of buying houses during that time, houses rose, and that's why the price is high now. Now, what you will see that under Trump's tariff plan, products will skyrocket immediately, immediately.
They say that's cap, bro. They say y'all being dramatic. They say y'all act like niggas
I
gonna wake
think that
up
they should
the
take a
next
civics
day
101 class.
and shit gonna be
I think they
$10. That was
I
$2.
think they
Like
should. I think they should take a civics 101 class if that's the case.
I don't know.
What I'm saying is backed by global economists, world-renowned
Are
economists around the
those
world.
democratic global economists?
These are nonpartisan
There you
people
go.
that have studied long term into the economy, and they understand how detrimental this could be to the United States.
Mm,
This is nothing that we think. This is something we've seen in the past. In the 1920s, Republicans,
yeah.
I think it was 1920s and 1930s, Republicans did something similar that actually aided the Great Depression, or well, around that
And
time
that's
hurt it even worse.
and that's when the black people switched from Republican to Democrat during those times.
The black people switched to Republican and Democrats couple of decades later, about the
Yeah.
1950s,
Due
1960s,
to the effects of the depression though, because Democrats was like, we're
due
gonna give y'all
to
welfare. We're gonna
well,
help
it was
y'all out,
well.
bro.
Okay, I well
We're
listen.
gonna
I
help
don't.
y'all
We're
out,
not gonna
bro.
even do that. We're
They
not
did. That's
gonna.
what happened, bro. They said that we gonna help y'all out.
Well,
We
it
see
was
that
actually a
they
switch with the Dixiecrats, and more Southerners started feeling more emboldened with the Republican Party and versus the Democratic Party, as the Democrats had now moved towards policies that the Republicans or the white conservatives did not agree with.
mm,
Back to the tariffs, I believe that it would be detrimental based off of what I've seen. And when you add mass deportation, not only are you increasing prices on the front end, you're increasing it on the back end because you're taking away low paid workers from the American workforce.
so you
You're going.
okay with illegal
I am.
people coming in here that
I'm
did
okay.
that's
I'm
breaking the
okay
law,
with the
bro.
stability. I'm okay
They
with the
gotta come
stability
in
of
here the right
America.
way. Trump saying they gotta come in here the right way. That
Did his
he
wife come
ain't
here the right way?
I
Did his
don't,
wife come here the right way?
I don't know,
You
bro.
know, all of these
I
people
don't know.
married to immigrants,
That's
just
what
like
he's
J.D.
saying,
Vance.
bro.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying he's full of shit. And I'm saying
Mm.
if his wife can be here, they have the same right to be here. America is an immigrant-built country. Let's be clear. These white people did not find America; they
Yeah, you
stole
got
America. So they have a lot
Trump
of
say you
nerve
gotta
in
get jumped
2020.
in, bro. He say
They have
ain't
a
no
lot of
skating, bro.
nerve
You
in
gotta
2020. Well,
you
maybe he
gotta
needs to
get in the
get jumped
cut
out. Maybe he should get jumped out because
and
white
jump
people
him
have a
out,
lot of nerve in
jump him
2024
out.
to try to act like they didn't steal this country and as if somebody's taking anything away from them,
But
which
that
is
don't
wrong.
hurt the economy with people just here. That don't I and this is not me. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just saying what I'm talking against your points because I want your points to shine. But I gotta give you the rebuttal. So so don't I'm not
Are you
saying
good?
nah, I'm saying that for when people hear this shit, they be like the rebuttal is a black Republican or some shit. I ain't hear this. But
Yeah,
okay.
we don't trust you. We don't
Well,
trust you.
we don't trust the rebuttal. I feel them. So I've heard Republicans say a lot of these illegal immigrants are clogging up the hospitals and doing this and doing that,
Oh
and it's
God.
making it harder for the American citizens to get the resources they need. That's what I
Well, you
heard,
know
bro.
what? Well, you
That's what
know
I
what?
heard.
You know what? You heard that from Republicans. There
Yeah.
was a bill. There was a bill that was bipartisan. Both the Democrats and Republicans were sponsoring it in Congress, and the bill addressed all of the issues that you're listing and all the issues with, you know, immigration and deportation. It would actively fix the border. It would actively make the finding of fentanyl easier, and it will make Americans feel safer with the border. Do you know who killed that border bill? The Republicans did. Those
Mm,
same Republicans you're mentioning killed that border bill because who told them to? Donald Trump. Why did Donald Trump tell the Republicans to kill that border bill? Because he needed something to run on. Because Biden had done such a good job. The only two things he could say was the economy, inflation,
bro,
something that he caused as far
okay.
as COVID, something that
So he
Trump
calls.
caused, and then something that
Why?
he could have fixed.
How did he
I
hurt the economy with COVID? I still don't understand that part. Explain that to
because he
me.
did such a shitty job. I can remember in December of 2020. Okay, COVID. No, December of 2019.
Yeah.
I can remember knowing about COVID. COVID didn't really affect America until March of 2020.
Yeah, that's when I went
Donald
home.
Trump ignored it. He said it was a hoax. He said that you could rub bleach on your skin to get it gone or disinfectant.
He
And he,
said that,
like the
man.
ignorant buffoon he is, and he
He
did
did say
not
that.
aid America in the way that he should have. He left Biden with a fucked up economy, and so Biden took the brunt of it and took the blame of it for things that Trump let happen and things that Trump didn't fix.
I still don't understand how because to me, and now this is just me being uneducated maybe, but to me it sounded like Trump was like, nah, we don't need to shut down because this is gonna make people lose their businesses. We need to keep shit running, and the government was against what he was saying.
Supposed to. If he did it when he was supposed to, he let it spread. He let it spread.
Oh, okay. So you
He
saying
let
if
it
he would have
spread.
just did it, then it wouldn't have spread so bad.
when what I'm saying is this: I knew about COVID back in December of 2019. You mean to tell me the president of the United States did it?
Nah, he probably
He
knew about
knew
it in like May or some shit.
exactly. If I knew about it in December, he knew it. He knew about it in October, September at least.
Mm-hmm.
He did nothing about it. He didn't take it serious. He did not listen to his advisors. He did not listen to Fauci, and so it ended up biting Americans in the ass. So
Mm.
yes, it's a direct reflection of him, and he's directly responsible.
Probably, bro. I don't know.
No, it's not probably.
I think anybody with that, it would have been a hard thing to handle though. Like
I'm not saying it should.
who the fuck
I'm not saying it
knows
should have been
about
easy.
who knows how to handle COVID? Like that shit ain't happening like
Well,
100
that's why you
years.
have advisors and people in these
Oh, and
positions to listen
he
to.
ain't listen to him.
He
Yeah,
directly
Trump be
refuted
tripping.
what Fauci was saying and fought Fauci every step of the way.
Mm, there you go, man. See, you are a Democrat, bro. You listed as a Democrat. Like when they put your thing,
Okay.
you
Yeah,
registered. I
yeah,
mean,
I
see,
do.
there you go. I need me a political analyst, bro. I need somebody that can call in every now and then and tell us what's going on the blue side. You know what I'm
Listen, the
saying?
blue side is the best side. My um my message to Black Americans is that unfortunately we are in a two-party system. I understand that the Democrats are not the best, but they are
mm,
far better than the Republicans. I
mm,
often hear statements from my people that both sides are the same, and I would tell you this: by the end of Trump's first year as president again, we will all understand how vastly different both sides are. I believe America is about to go through some things, and I think Black people should get prepared.
Before you let us go, bro. Before you let us go, thank you for answering the call and providing so much knowledge on here. What a tip would be to prepare for this? Cause y'all, the Democrats making me feel like it's the rapture or some shit. Like y'all really got me nervous. What can we do to prepare?
Pray.
Pray.
Number one.
Pray.
Number one is pray. 2, buy a gun. If you don't own a gun, it's your Second Amendment right as an American citizen. Go and buy a gun.
Who are we buying them for?
You're buying a gun for yourself to always be protected and to always have a weapon if you need to against anyone who comes to your door unwarranted. Okay. 3, become more educated. I saw so much misinformation this election cycle that it disgusted me. Versus, regardless if it was Kamala's record, Kamala's race, Trump's record, Trump's ideology as a dictator, I saw so much misinformation. So I think Black people need to become more educated. And 4, stay informed. We cannot continue to be low informational voters. I see so many people only tune in for election cycles when it comes to the presidency. Yeah. We need to be aware of the local level, the federal level, and every level in between. We need to understand what's going on and what is coming our way. And 5, I think just know your rights. That's the last thing. Know what rights you have and know what rights they're threatening to take away. Like I told you earlier, I believe them taking back Roe versus Wade was the warning sign for the sign of destruction. And the Bible says warning comes before destruction.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump did anything, he has warned us. And I don't think people take it as serious as they should have.
Yeah.
And I think that America has to pay for its crimes, whether it be this election cycle or the crimes in the past. I don't think people see it yet, brother. And I know it sounds like fear mongering when we say it, right?
Yeah.
But everything Trump has said and done thus far after becoming president-elect has shown me that he's going to do everything he's threatened.
Man, I hope you're wrong, bro. But if you're right, damn. You know, I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too, but I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Everything that I said was going to happen up to this point has happened. Just like today, he nominated Kash Patel as the FBI director, a literal psychopath. You know, he has the most uncredentialed cabinet in history. And I just think he has loyalists around him that are about to take America through it, take Black people through it. One last thing, and you can ask me anything else we got, but this is my last thing. Not only did we give this man the Supreme Court with full immunity, we gave him the House and we gave him the Senate. There is a red map, and I feel like it's going to be a blood wave against minorities. He's going to start with immigrants, then he's going to go to the trans community, and then he's going to go to Black people. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you.
Man, we gonna stay tapped in. I'll put the kids to bed and let's talk podcast. We gonna stay tapped in, bro. Every couple of weeks, I'm gonna jump in with a live discussion for 2025 to keep y'all on track with politics. Cause I don't be knowing what's going on, but the people around me do. And I'm gonna use these people to keep us informed. You know, I feel like that's my duty as a Black man with a podcast. So thank you for calling in, man. I hope you call in more. Shout out to the blue side, all the Democrats in the chat, or they might hear this. Shout out to y'all. Y'all took an L this year, but it's all good, bro. It's all
America
good.
Took an L.
America took an L, bro.
But if anybody come on and try to speak anything I said, just let me know. But that's it. That's all I got.
I got you. Thanks for the call, bro.
No problem.